When I was a kid, I lived in a mud house in the countryside of Hubei, China. Back then, I never imagined that one day I may have a home in Shanghai. It's all because recently I was busy with renovation, and I suddenly remembered the mud house I grew up in. Yes, as someone born in 1980s, I really did live in a mud house. I know it's hard to imagine because it's very rare nowadays. People might have no idea what that is. Even in the very remote villages in China right now, it's hard to find one. The walls were made by mixing mud and water, then adding rice husks and straws to make a kind of clay. Then people would pack it into bricks and stack them up to build a house. When we were kids, we play kind of treasure hunting games. We peel off loose mud from the walls. Behind it was a smooth, hollow spot. The roof was made of wooden beams and tiles. Over time, some tiles broke or were missing, and the roof would leak. On rainy days, water would drip inside. The mud floor, which was already uneven, would turn into mud. So we had to put big and small bowls and buckets, all the container we can find to catch the rain. When I was about 6, my parents started to build a proper house. They did most of the work themselves. Relatives came to help too. I still remember that one relative, they had trucks, so he helped carry materials for free. And some relatives lent us money. Others helped build the house. The house was built, but for a long period of time, it was just an empty shell. We don't even have glass panes on the window. My parents nailed plastic sheets to wooden strips to block the wind. They put in just a few simple pieces of furniture. That was my childhood home. Before the house was finished, my grandmother passed away. She didn't live to see the new house. She was 73. My father still regrets it. I remember a time my father went far away to work for higher pay. My mother stayed home, working in the fields, taking care of the 3 of us. One night there was a heavy rain. The thunder was so loud, we were terrified. We thought the pigsty beside our house, which unfortunately is still a mud house, had collapsed, but we didn't dare to go outside to check. Later, my siblings and I grew up and started working. Our family's financial situation got better. We gradually renovated the house and bought appliances. Now my parents live in a 3-story house they built themselves. Each floor is about 120 square meters. They have air conditioners, they have a clean bathroom and a water heater. My elder sister built up a 2-story house next door with her car parking right in front. My brother settled in Chengdu, Sichuan, in a house over 100 square meters as well, with a really cool car. Now I also have my own home in Shanghai. It's tiny, and I just saved enough for renovations. But I finally have a place of my own, something I never imagined as a kid. Looking back, part of this is because of our family's hard working. My parents tried many ways to make money. They sold fish and pork in the market, worked on construction site, ran small renovation projects. My siblings and I worked hard as well. We studied hard, we went to universities, and then we worked hard. But luck also played a big role. There are so many hardworking people in the world, yet some are unlucky. They live in war or poverty. Of course, it's not because they didn't work hard. This Chinese New Year, our family went to Thailand for a trip. It was my parents' first time abroad. My father held my mother's hand and taught her in swim in the sea. We walked together at sunset I asked my father, did you ever imagine live a life like this? At first, he didn't get my question. I said, when you were a kid, did you think one day you'd be on a vacation in a foreign country? He thought for a few seconds and shook his head. No. I know, he remembered his childhood of hunger and poverty. Some people say China's development compressed the progress of 4 or 5 generations into one. I agree. That is a very accurate way to describe it.